Faith, patience, and trial. This is the story of such a man of Allah, whose faith was stronger than mountains, and whose patience was deeper than the sea. A village where the land was thirsty and hearts were desolate, where the day would begin with hope, but the evening would be wrapped in a blanket of despair. People longed for a drop of water, but the real thirst was for something else, for faith, for conviction, for guidance. But then, something happened that shook everyone. Was it someone's illusion, or truly a miracle? Was this the end of the trial, or the beginning of another test? This story will reveal a truth to you that perhaps you have never heard before. What happened that left the entire village stunned? To know, watch the story till the end, because the reality is not what it seems. In a village in Baghdad, where there was a severe shortage of water, and all around was just desert, a tribe lived whose hearts had turned hard. Their hearts had become like stone. There was no compassion in them, nor any mercy for others. Yet they were facing such a torment from which there was no escape. The land in their village was very hard. There was no sign of water. Wherever they dug a well, only bitter water would come out. Their lives were spent in great hardship. They would travel miles riding camels just to fetch water and bring it back to their village. But this was a very difficult task for them. These people were Jews, very distant from Islam. In contrast, in a nearby village, every blessing was present. An elderly man lived in that village, Hazrat Sahib. Hazrat Sahib was 80 years old, but he was a very pious and enlightened servant of Allah. His face radiated with light. Whenever he spoke, it seemed as if flowers were falling from his words. Everyone respected him greatly. Hazrat Sahib was punctual in offering all 5 daily prayers. He had never missed a prayer. He prayed tahajjud regularly and was a beloved servant of Allah. His faith was extremely strong. He had traveled much in his life. He used to say, "Travel for the sake of Allah's religion. Only then will you reach your destination." He traveled far and wide for the sake of Allah's religion. He experienced many events in life, faced many trials, but always maintained his faith in Allah. He used to guide the youth, and every day held a gathering in his village where he gave teachings of religion and spoke of walking the righteous path. His words had a great impact on people's hearts. One afternoon, the saintly Hazrat Sahib was resting under a tree. He was used to sleeping on the ground and had no worldly desires in his heart. He had many disciples whose lives had changed through his teachings, and many young men from the village came to him daily to learn. One day, around the time of Asr, the elder performed his prayer and went toward the forest because he often worshipped Allah alone. One day, he went into a very dense forest. There was a shady, beautiful tree with a vast shadow that the saintly Hazrat Sahib liked very much. His heart desired to rest beneath it, especially as the heat was intense. After offering Asr prayer, the pious elder sat under the tree to rest. Unknowingly, he fell asleep. Hazrat Sahib had a dream. In it, there was a village surrounded by dust. People were there, but their faces were unclear. Some were running, some lay fallen on the ground. They were all searching for something very dear to them, but they didn't have it. Then, a child came to the saintly elder and said, "Will you help us? Will you help us? Will you help us?" Saying this, the child fainted. At that moment, Hazrat Sahib woke up. He was sweating profusely. He stood up immediately. Never before had he seen such a dream. It disturbed him deeply. Hazrat Sahib began thinking, "O Allah, what could this dream mean?" He was indeed a righteous man. Very close to Allah he prayed, fasted, and spent entire days in worship. He understood that something was calling him to leave. Without further thought, the saintly elder returned to his village and called out to everyone, "O my fellow Muslims, it seems the time for my journey has come. I am setting out on the path of Allah. You have received all the lessons I gave you. Don't forget, do not let anything interrupt your worship, so that when I come back, I find you all still engaged in the remembrance and praise of Allah. It is possible that I may never return, because I am setting out on such a journey. the destination of which I do not know at all. Some young men came to him and began saying, Hazrat Sahib, what are you saying? What journey? Where will you go? You are very old now, and you walk with the support of a stick, and yet you're talking about travel. We don't understand. Are you departing for Hajj? Hazrat Sahib said, No, I am not going for Hajj. I am just going on a journey whose destination I do not know. If I knew the destination, I would have told you all. They fell silent and began to pray, May you return successful. That is our prayer. Hazrat Sahib had a small bag. In this bag was a water container, his walking stick, and a garment he had packed inside. With just these 3 items, he began his journey. The villagers were well aware of his strong faith and fearless heart, because he feared only Allah. He wasn't afraid of anything else. That's why they didn't ask too many questions. In this way, Hazrat Sahib began his journey. It was summertime. There was a shortage of water. He reached the desert. In the desert, not a single human was in sight as far as the eye could see. There was no trace of humans. The saintly elder performed Zuhr prayer in that desert. There was no water, so he performed tayammum with the soil. As he stood, he suddenly saw a camel. He was surprised. How could a camel be in such a desolate place? Next to the camel, he saw a man engaged in prayer. That man seemed to be a noble person, a wealthy man, who had gone out for trade and had lost his way and ended up there. He had water with him. Hazrat Sahib was very thirsty. He asked the man for water. The man had a kind heart, so he gave him water. Then he began to ask Hazrat Sahib, Elder, you seem to be a pious man of Allah. You're of advanced age too. What are you doing in this barren land? Hazrat Sahib smiled and said, If I asked you the same question, what would you answer? The man said, Hazrat Sahib, I am a merchant. I was traveling to another city for trade, but I lost my way and ended up here. I don't know where my destination is. Hazrat Sahib smiled and said, Then understand that I am just like you. I also do not know the destination. My journey is such that I have no knowledge of where it leads, but I can show you the path. Go back the way I came from. You will reach a village from where you can find your destination. The man said, Hazrat Sahib, thank you very much for showing me the way. I was extremely distressed. Then he asked, But where will you go? This is such a vast, desolate desert. Where will you go, hungry and thirsty? Hazrat Sahib smiled and said, Don't worry about me. The one above is looking after me, and he is always with me. His words were such that whoever heard them was deeply moved, because they were not just words, they were backed by faith. His faith had changed the hearts of many people. That man thanked him, gave him a small pot of water, and left. The saintly elder spent that night in the desert, engaged in the worship of Allah. He saw a dream that a star fell from the sky and landed in his lap. When he woke up in the morning, he understood the meaning of the dream surely. He was near his destination. He resumed his journey. As he continued, pain began in his legs because he was already elderly and had traveled a great distance. He was also thirsty, but he drank the water he had and quenched his thirst. But now he could no longer continue walking. He began praying, O my Allah, only you can help me. You are the one who will give me strength. Help me reach my destination, because only you know what that destination is. I know nothing. Some strength came into his body, and he resumed his journey. This time he did not feel tired at all. As he walked, he passed through a forest. The terrifying sounds of wild animals could be heard, but none dared harm him. He kept walking. The path opened up on its own before him. Then he came upon a terrifying sight that made Hazrat Sahib tremble. There, the faces of people were twisted. Their skin had dried up. There was no radiance on their faces. Actually, just as their faces were dark, so were their hearts darkened. The land was barren. Not a single green tree was in sight. Hazrat Sahib saw a hut that was present in the village. There was a poor woman there whose condition had worsened. Hazrat Sahib went to her and greeted her with peace. The woman, who was a Muslim, began to cry and said, Who are you, and how did you get here? Has Allah sent you to us? But even you will not be able to face them. They are very cruel. They have no hearts. How will you stand before them? They do not listen to anyone. Their hearts have turned black. Please go, please go. I beg you, do not return here. If they find out, they will not spare you. You don't know them. Go away. The woman was crying and folded her hands. She said to Hazrat Sahib, please leave this place. Hazrat Sahib said, "Oh mother, why are you crying? Who are you talking about? Who will not spare me? Can you tell me everything calmly?" The woman said, "You must know that this village belongs to non-Muslims, and if they see you here, they will not let you live. They have already committed many atrocities against us. They will say that we called you here, and that you have come to help us. Already they have made our lives miserable." Hazrat Sahib said, "I don't know anything. Who are they? What are you talking about? Why are they treating you this way?" The woman said, "Hazrat Sahib, in this village, only a few of us are Muslims. The rest are all Jews. They are very jealous of us. The entire village is under drought. There is no water anywhere. Wherever a well is dug, the water is bitter. There is one wealthy Jew who has a well on his land, and the water there is sweet. All the Jews take water freely from there, but the problem is with us, because we are Muslims. They don't allow us to take water. Our children are dying of thirst. Many have already passed from this world. Forget the children, they don't even let our animals drink. Our animals have also become weak. There has been no rain here for years, but they have no mercy in their hearts. If anyone dares to speak against them, death is the only outcome. That is why I'm telling you to leave. If they see you here, they will say that we called you, and then they will kill you too." The elder said, "Mother, don't be afraid. When you have believed in Allah, then you must also have faith in Him." Hazrat Sahib said, "But how are you people even surviving? If they don't give you water, O Hazrat Sahib, what can I say?" She said, "They agree on one condition." "What condition?" "If someone converts to their religion, they give that person water for free." Many people lie and say they have accepted their religion just to get water. They secretly take sips of water. "Because I am very old, I cannot walk." Hazrat Sahib said, "But that is wrong. They cannot do this. Water is a blessing given by Allah. They cannot stop it. Tell me where they live." As they were talking, some people arrived, their faces dark, carrying sticks in their hands. "Sakina Bibi, we now know what you've been saying against us. Who is this old man? Will he help you people? Will he bring you water?" They started laughing and mocking. "He can't even walk himself. How will he help you?" They grabbed the saintly elder and took him to their rich leader. The old woman was crying helplessly. When they arrived, Hazrat Sahib saw that a large crowd had gathered. "Look, sir, this is the man. He was standing with Sakina Bibi, talking against us. Looks like he has come to help them." The rich man said, "O elder, who are you? Why have you come here? Don't you know this is our village, and whatever we say goes here?" Hazrat Sahib said, "I do not even know what my destination is. That is my answer, whether you punish me or do whatever you want. I do not know my destination." "Are you a Muslim?" "Alhamdulillah, I am a Muslim." As soon as Hazrat Sahib uttered those words, they burned with even more rage. "How dare you? You came here without our permission." At this, Hazrat Sahib became angry and said, "Be quiet, all of you. What has happened to you? Why are you oppressing these innocent people? Their children are dying of thirst, their animals are dying. Why won't you give them water? I know there is no water here. Only one well, and that is yours. You will have to give them water." They got angry and said, "Who are you to tell us what to do? Until today, no one has dared to speak to us like this. If you love your life, leave right now, or no one will be worse than us." The pious elder began to smile and said, "Your mistake is thinking that I will leave from here. I will not leave, no matter what you do. Now that I have reached here, I will not go just like that. You people must stop this cruelty. So many innocent children are suffering from thirst. Before the man of God stood a scene of oppression against Muslims. An elderly man from among the group of Jews stepped out and said, "O man, if you want us to give water to these people, then they and you must accept our condition. Join our religion, and then you will be given water for free. Otherwise, if you don't accept our condition, you will be punished, and these people will continue to die of thirst." The elder said, "What are you saying? That will never happen. No matter what punishment you give me, I can never betray my Lord. If I die, I will die taking his name." When they saw that the elder had strong faith and no fear, even though people used to fear them and were forced to obey, they became envious of Hazrat Sahib's bravery and the strength of his faith. They said, "Look at this man. He is not afraid of us. Otherwise, the Muslims here are forced to obey our every word." One of them said, "Wait, stop him. He doesn't know the kind of suffering we cause. When even a drop of water doesn't reach his mouth, then he'll understand. He will crave and suffer for each drop. Whoever does not follow us ends up like this, and let him forget that we will let him leave from here. We will imprison him here. He will suffer moment by moment." That's how they imprisoned Hazrat Sahib. When the woman saw this scene, she began to cry and said, "Didn't I tell you to leave from here? These dark-faced, dark-hearted people will never let you live in peace. Just like their faces, their hearts are also dark. There is no feeling in their hearts. They never listen to anyone's plea. They are filled with arrogance, and this very arrogance has blinded them. So many innocent children, animals, women, and men have died because of thirst. Only those survive who obey them. They've spared me because I am old now and have seen their elders, and maybe that's why they don't say anything to me, but now they will not spare you." Hazrat Sahib said, "What are you saying? Seek help from Allah. He will help. What power do they have? They are mad. No one hath come here to guide them. Even those who had seen the path are now lost. Just ask your Allah once and see. Remember my words. One day, this land will be filled with water. Everything that thirsts will be filled with water. Those who crave for a drop will be given oceans." These words were coming from Hazrat Sahib's mouth, and those devilish people were laughing and mocking. They said, "Are you crazy? Looks like, due to lack of water, he has lost his mental balance. What strange things he says. This place will be filled with water. Nonsense. It hasn't rained here in years. Not a single tree is left. How will water come here?" Hazrat Sahib said, "You people are naive. Do you not know that the Lord who created this universe, if he wills, springs of water will gush forth here? Know this truth." Hearing these words from the elder, they became even angrier. One man came and said, "O old man, enough with your drama. If you say one more false word, no one will be worse than us." As he was saying this, the woman became angry, and that old woman slapped that man on the face and said, "Stop. Enough. Beware if you speak to him like that." They were very angry. They said, "Look, this is the same woman we give water to because she's old and has seen our ancestors. That's why we respect her. And today, she dares to slap us." The wicked man standing there said, "All this happened because of this old man. Now this woman has stood against us. Tomorrow, the entire village will rise. This old man is the root of this trouble." That man said, "Imprison this woman too, right in front of this old man. Torture her bit by bit." They said, "We will beat him. He talks big, doesn't he? Let's see how he gives them water. She will die of thirst. He came to save them, right? Let's see how he saves them." Many Muslim people had gathered there, who were already suffering from pain and hardship. Not a single drop of water had entered their mouths. They were desperate from thirst. Seeing this scene, they became scared and said, "O servant of God, leave this place. These people will not let you live. Leave us to our fate. Let whatever is happening to us happen. Don't get involved in this suffering." Hazrat Sahib said, "You people take the name of Allah yet remain distant from him. These people are already misguided. But you, who remember your Lord, why this hopelessness? Why this cowardice? This is exactly why you are not being helped. Otherwise, these wells would have been filled with water long ago. It's not possible that you ask from Allah and he does not grant. It is not his nature. He grants oceans even when asked for a drop." The elder's words touched their hearts. Their hearts, perhaps, had already sunk in fear and despair. Despite having the wealth of faith, they had become cowards. This was all because of the weakness of their faith. Otherwise, Allah's blessings were with them. but they failed to recognize it. When the hypocrites saw that people were trying to stand up, they immediately imprisoned Hazrat Sahib. Fear settled once again in the people. What will we do now? They will not let us live. Although Hazrat Sahib had grown old, his lord was like a young man. The villagers who had once been craving even a drop of water were now being oppressed even more. Hazrat Sahib had been imprisoned. It was night. That old woman had become exhausted from thirst. Not a single sip of water had entered her throat, causing her to faint. Tears were flowing from Hazrat Sahib's eyes. He had no concern for himself, his concern was for the oppressed Muslims living there. He looked toward the sky and said, "O my Lord, you are aware of our condition, have mercy on us, teach these oppressors a lesson." After making this prayer, he fell silent. Suddenly a commotion broke out. Murd Baba's well has turned bitter. Mill at Baba's well has turned bitter. This news had spread across the village. That well which belonged to the rich Jew, which was sweet, and the source of their pride, had now turned bitter. Because they had no other source of water, and the land was barren with no water at all, the people were terrified. The Jews said, "How is this possible? This well has existed for centuries and was never bitter. How did it suddenly turn bitter?" A woman said, "You people tortured us to death, and now you are torturing this beloved servant of Allah. This punishment was bound to happen, now watch how you are destroyed." An old man from among the Jewish group said, "This woman is right. We imprisoned this old man. Maybe that's why our water has turned bitter. I read in a book that an old man will come and turn our well bitter, and this land will become lush. Instead of water, milk will flow. Water will become common, and so will milk." Now those people began to cry, "What will happen now? Where will we get water from?" Because the well had turned very bitter. Hazrat Sahib said, "Shall I help you people?" They all began to laugh. "What are you saying? You will help us. You can't even walk properly. How will you help us? You too will suffer here with us." But their old man said, "There is no way to arrange water. The village is very far, and we won't get water easily." Now the Jews were scared. Surely something bad was about to happen. During this time they said, "Can you really help us?" Now Allah had made those very enemies so helpless that they were asking Hazrat Sahib for help. They said, "If you help us, we will forget everything. We will love everyone. We will accept Islam like you. Just help us." They were crying, begging him for forgiveness. "Did we make a mistake that brought this punishment upon us? Please forgive us." Hazrat Sahib said, "I can do nothing." They became angry and said, "What are you saying? Earlier you were saying big things. What happened now? Where are your big words?" Hazrat Sahib said, "I am nothing in reality. Whatever is to be done will be done by my Allah. Just leave me alone." That's how the night passed, but they still didn't get water. All their pride had been turned to dust, but their hearts still carried that darkness upon others, though they did not realize it. Morning came in this way. The whole day passed, but they were tormented by thirst. Some had even fallen unconscious. The Allah-loving elder was fasting, and by Allah's blessing, he did not feel any thirst. But the elder began to weep and started praying, "O Allah, O listener of prayers, if you have sent me here, then help me. Help this village, help the Muslims living here. You can see the condition. If this punishment has been sent by you, then, O my beloved Lord, end it for the sake of these Muslims, who are your oppressed servants, and upon whom these people inflict tyranny. Help us for their sake." While praying, night fell. A new day had begun. The whole village was now thirsty. Whatever water they had stored had finished. Now everyone, whether rich or poor, was going through the same hardship. That night, the Allah-loving elder saw a dream. He received glad tidings that Allah's blessing would be in his hands, and that wherever he struck his staff, blessings would appear there. As soon as he woke up, he called out, "O people, free me, free me." The rich man said, "What will you do after being freed? There is no water anyway. We are suffering, and you should suffer too. This all happened because of you. The moment you stepped into our village, this punishment came upon us. Our water is gone. This happened because of you." Hazrat Sahib began to weep, looked up at the sky, struck his staff on the ground, and sat down. Suddenly, a well emerged at that place, with two compartments, one from which milk flowed, and another from which water flowed. This was the blessing Allah had granted through his hands. Now, in that village, the very people who used to hate him began to honor him. The people who were once blind in their needs now realized what Allah's beloved servants are truly like. Seeing this miracle of the elder, everyone began reciting the Kalma. Without a doubt, Allah's being is true. He sees everything, and he can do whatever he wills. He is capable of all things. The villagers stood in astonishment. That very dry well, which once didn't have a drop of water, was now overflowing with milk. Some people screamed with joy. Some had fallen into prostration, and some had tears of shame in their eyes. That elder, whom the people once considered mad, looked up at the sky with a smile. A young man who used to mock him stepped forward and asked in a trembling voice, "Baba Jai, how did this happen?" A light shone in the elder's eyes. He replied, "This is Allah's power. The water was in your well, but your hearts were empty. When the light of faith enters hearts, even barren land becomes fertile." Hearing this, the entire village fell silent. They understood that the real problem was not with the water, but with their faith. After that day, the village changed. Hatred, envy, and sin were replaced by love, brotherhood, and virtue. And that is the lesson of this story. If there is true faith in Allah, patience, and a purified heart, even dry wells can be filled with milk. If you liked this story, be sure to share it with others because maybe it could change someone's life. And for more such faith-inspiring stories, subscribe to our channel.